how would you justify it?
Well, first of all, I'm not calling for a tax on them. I'm actually calling for legislation that says we, the people, want a price for our data.
Okay, and let me rephrase my question. Is the coercion of large companies into paying the citizens constitutional? If so, how would you justify it?
Well, you could just say that's the rule. If you want to actually have us as consumers, we pass a rule that says you have to pay. Nobody can opt into slavery. You know, like I understand what you're asking. There's a part of the Constitution that says people can almost sell themselves into slavery, indenturedness. I don't agree with that. I personally think that's what they hang their hat on, and I think it's wrong. I think that the public understood that hey, there's a little bit of language in our U.S. Constitution that allows people to knowingly sell themselves into indentured slave status. I think most Americans would be against it. And what I'm saying is, I would make a law and then have it be challenged so that everybody's educated to say, you know what, we need to amend the Constitution and say, under no circumstances, willing or unwilling, can an American citizen ever sell themselves into slavery. That's what I would argue. I've looked into this issue. I understand what you're saying. You're speaking like a lawyer that's used the Constitution to say they opted in to being taken advantage of. They deserve to be taken advantage of on a massive scale because of selling or giving up their information and to use this platform. But when this platform is something that Americans can't live without, Google and Apple are the only two major cell phone providers. Then why are we not enforcing the antitrust laws? Okay? Why is it that I'm censored on YouTube for talking about the Bible? Okay? Because this power, when it only cost them, we spent $14 billion last year on elections. 2 weeks of profits for 13 companies. Hey, I got news for you. 20 years ago, corporate America. Okay, here's a little news flash for you about abuse of power. Corporate profits. Go pull it up in the economic report to the president. Corporations paid $200 billion in taxes. You know what they paid last year? $200 billion. But here's the rub. They made 5 times as much. $2.5 trillion.